Hello. Okay, say hi as you're hopping on. I'm 100% sure I'm in the right group. At least I hope I am. And as you're hopping on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, say replay. Stay on till the very end. I have a giveaway, but I will share what to do at the end for the giveaway. I am so excited to talk about this topic. Please feel free to ask questions. I am very passionate about this, as I said in my post earlier, and a reason being is because when I got started, I didn't know how to do really any of this. When I got started, I was really focused on paying it forward on my journey and sharing my journey, and with that, it has helped me build genuine relationships. So I'm just gonna share a little bit about my journey first and why I'm passionate about this. So when I got started and started my business, I was 22 years old. No, 23. I had my son at 21, and then I found this opportunity when I was going to school to be in early childhood education. I really wanted to go into preschool, owning my own preschool. Backstory, my dad has his own business, so I've kind of always grown up seeing the time flexibility, but also seeing how passionate he was about what he did and what he did for work. He didn't work from home. He's an architect, but he started his own firm. Anyways, I digress. So with that, I really took into consideration the fact that this sounds bad, but I didn't want to pour into other people's kids anymore. I wanted to pour into moms. And I was a young mom, so my friendships changed. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. And so I went through a really interesting period, and these community groups and these challenge groups and this community that I literally had no idea existed changed my life, completely transformed my life, and is the reason I am who I am today. I was not so positive and how I was, and so I really wanted to cultivate relationships that added value to not just my life, but to my kids' life. I realized that my friendships, my motherhood friendships, were going to also impact my children's relationships. I knew that the people in my life were going to have a significant impact. And whether it was people I knew or not, I knew I needed a better community around me. I have a great family. I grew up, going to church every Sunday and all that, but there were just still things missing, and I love friends. Like, my friends are my world, and social media is a blessing because now you get to stay in touch with your friends when maybe you can't see them all the time, because I don't know, as a mom of 3, I really can't always make the time for people in my life that I want to make time for. But yeah. So, aren't these cute? Yeah, we made them. Actually, yeah, let's do it. So basically, what I want to talk about is how we create genuine relationships. When I first started my business, I had 0 followers. You don't need necessarily the biggest following or like a lot of people when you're first starting. You're adding value to the people that are already at your table, and that is so powerful. I think often we forget, and we're so focused on sometimes creating new relationships, that it's important to remember who is sitting at our table. So I want you to remember, when you're starting, you're just sharing. Do you share what you love already? Do you share what you get off of Amazon? Are people reaching out to you and asking you when you do post about things? They trust you. Creating genuine relationships, and relationships in general, are driven on trust. If they don't trust you, then like, why, right? So my goal is for trust. I want people and the people in my life to trust me. And hi, I have a child that's awake, so you might be able to hear her. So we build relationships with no end in mind. I want to connect with other moms because I want to connect and you will have other people to relate with. Do I think that everyone could value and benefit from our community and challenge groups and support? Heck yes. But I want people to see that value for them. And by me sharing, they will see that. They will see what it can do for them because I'm sharing that. So build genuine relationships by by finding people like in your community, like dating apps, social media. Use Instagram as like a dating app for finding other friends. Like I feel like I see this meme that's like, I wish there was a dating app for finding girlfriends. There is. Like, you're on it. Instagram. I've met like so many of my friends. I just saw Brittany get on. I see Gabby. There's so many people in here that I have met and haven't actually met on Instagram, but I feel like we are good friends, and I feel like they live next door to me. It's the best thing ever, because as a young mom, community is everything. As a human being, we are so driven and love the community. Like, for some reason, social media, or for some reason, society has kind of like tried to portray this whole, you have to do it alone, or, you know, like, you're better. Like, no, you're not. Like, we need community. Depression rates are at an all-time high right now because people don't feel like they have the community for help. We are the people that can be the help and the light in someone else's feed. You know, I think about it when I got started, my feed was so negative. Like, I had so much crap in my feed, and I see people that are like, oh, like my feed is so negative. Why? Hide it. Hide the negativity. My feed is so empowering and inspiring and something I look forward to being on, because the people that I'm following are intentional and I want on my feed. If I don't want them on my feed, it's not maybe them, but it's because I'm protecting my brain and my mind, and our mind is so powerful. I know that we're a health and fitness company, but we focus so much on our mindset. One of the vital behaviors for our business is personal development. What other companies do you know that is in the forefront of their mission to work on your mindset? I know there's a few, but it's not like it's not like at the forefront of many. So for me, I want you to focus on being authentic, being 100% on your journey, sharing your journey, being authentic about it, and people will want to join you, will want to be friends with you. We are here for friendships, but we're also here to show people a different way of maybe not being able to go to the gym, or maybe they want to go to the gym and they can't afford a trainer. Like, we have so many solutions and so many options. So this is a whole other topic. Anyways, we have training that helps you when it comes to communication. Communication and talking to people is a skill. I just this last year invested in a communication skills training because I want to get better. I have been a coach for 6 years, almost 7 years, and every year I evolve, I grow. We aren't staying complacent. So you do need to be comfortable with evolving and growing and stepping outside your comfort zone, but you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with everyone else that wants to do the same thing. On Saturday, I'm going to one of my really good friends' birthday parties, and we got connected through a Facebook mommy group that's local, and she's now a leader on our team, and like our kids are really good friends. We teach you these skills that people pay thousands of dollars for. We have so many training and resources that is given to you that people pay a lot for. And because I've invested in training, and because other leaders on our team invest in training, we pay it forward. We want to help and we want to teach, and we're not here to hold secrets or no, everyone has the same opportunity to meet people. There's 8 billion people on Instagram or something, and we get to be that light maybe in someone's life that needs it. So with that, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or want to know more about my story, I'm more than happy to share a little bit more, but I'm just so passionate about being that light in someone else's feed when you might be that only positive person in their feed, and they go to you when they may not even have told you. I can't tell you the amount of times I've gotten messages that say, hey, I've been following you for a year and a half, and I go to your page every morning because I know that you're going to show up for yourself, and it helps me every single day. That means so much to me. It makes me so emotional because that's what I needed too. I needed someone to believe in me a little bit more than I need. So the training that we do is communication, talking about inviting to our challenge groups and the community groups that we run. We have team calls every single night. Oh my God, every single night. Well, basically. We have team trainings every Thursday night. It's our team happy hour. So we hop on, we talk about what's working, we talk about a specific topic that's going to help us. We have a new coach academy that we have spent so much time effortlessly putting together. We use the unit so that it's very accessible for new coaches getting started. They can go in there and you press done when you're finished. So when you hop into the group, it'll give you a little bar at the top. So it helps you mark how much you've completed. The videos are about 5-ish minutes long, maybe a little bit longer, but we want it to be short and sweet. And you're learning from other leaders in the network. So you will hear from us, but you'll also hear from other leaders, which is really awesome to learn and grow from other people. We have a new coach call every single first Monday of the month. So our next one is February 3rd for those of you who decide to join us this month. And that is a great call to make sure that you're on live so you can also ask questions. We go over basics like the Coach Online office that you're provided with, goals, again, all the trainings and resources and things like that. So that's a call that we really go over to help you have these roots and this foundation for you. You don't have to know it all. Like, we don't want you to know it all. We don't expect you to know it all. This is new. So this is something that really, our last one was Liddy. This is something that is really something we love to do for all of you and want to help you get set up and get started with success and paying it forward because we know that it's really, really exciting. We also have weekly team trainings for growing your business. So when you get started, we can talk about this more, but a goal of ours is to help other people pay it forward. And we have a call on every Wednesday night, and that goes over your first promotion in this business if that's something that you decide you're interested in. So there's many opportunities and many ways of being a coach, but basically we're here to add value, trust, and really help you help others. We know that it's so powerful and impactful, and we are a ripple effect. We like to call it like this butterfly effect, and you are a part of the butterfly effect. So I hope that was helpful. Anything else, Gabby? Anything else that I should talk about or missed or should elaborate a little bit more on while I'm on live and I have a actual chill baby? Thanks so much for hopping on live. I know it's middle of the day. It's 12 o'clock here in Seattle, and I know it's 3 o'clock Eastern time. So I appreciate all of you that are on, if you're on at work. When I first got started, I was doing, thank you. Yes, thanks for reminding. I was doing a lot of things in pockets. I was in school. So post a number in the comments from 1 to 100. If you are on live, post it now. If you're watching the replay, post it because you have up until 3 hours after this. So I'll be sharing the giveaway winner at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So post your number below, 1 through 100. When I'm hopped off and you think of a question, please ask. We want to help. We want to elaborate and not miss anything. So if you're thinking of something and you're like, I don't know if I should, just do it. Just do it. Okay, 1 through 100 people. Yeah? Are you posting them? I don't know if the comments are coming in later or not. Okay. Well, with that, happy Thursday. And I hope that you talk to your coach a little bit more. See how this will all help you get started, save you some money, and also build awesome relationships. I'm so thankful for the relationships in my life that have come into my life because of this sisterhood and community. And I mean, look, we made, my friend, her daughter's birthday, she made these shirts for our we have something called a super weekend. So locally we have an event every 3 months. We're very much we like to hang out and do things together. So we made this on our Cricut. So great question. Do you feel social media distracts you from your kids and family? If you would have asked me this 3 years ago, I was also going through a divorce. And so there's been a lot of evolving in my life. if you feel that way, it's most likely because you're not being intentional with your time. So for me, I have power pockets, and this is another thing that we will help you with. This is a great question, is we call them power pockets or power hours. We have something called a business activity tracker. And so what that means for you is it lays out everything that's going to help you move your business forward when it comes to connecting and things like that. So as a mom, it's very helpful when you're sitting down, you're like, okay, I only have an hour to do these things, and I know that I want to connect with these people. What are the main things that I need to be doing? And so if you're feeling like, my social media is a part of my life, like my phone is how I pay for all of our bills. Like our apartment, I pay for all of like half of everything. So for me, I don't look at it as a negative thing. And like I said, like it's not a distraction because I'm intentional with it. And I know that I'm going in there to serve and to add value. Of course, there's times in like at night when I'm in bed, you know, that I can like mindlessly, that's more when I'm doing my mindless stuff, if you will. But when my kids are around, like again, evolving, my oldest is 7.5, so he's at school all day. So my focus is making sure I'm doing what I know is going to move me closer to my goals and what I want during the day when he's gone. My daughter is at preschool 3 days a week from 9 to 1. So on those days, I'm also doing other things like having calls, or like I manage my time differently on time, like days when I don't have them here. I have a almost 1-year-old, but she's super chill, and yeah, no, she's like all around with me. So the thing is like, kids can be on these calls. Like my last live, she was on my hip. So I wake up an hour and a half before my kids. This is not something that I used to do. I was not a morning person, but I'm so passionate about my morning time before my kids because it sets my intention. I am a way better and happier mom and have a lot more patience when I've set the tone for my day. So my kids wake up around 7. I like to be up by 5 because I'm not like the biggest like jump out of bed person, but I've gotten better. So I wake up around 4:45, 5, make my Energize, have my personal development playing, get my workout clothes on, and then I'm usually working out by 6 is my thing. Because at like 5:30, sometimes I will sit down and I'll do a little bit of work depending on how my day is going. You know, every day is different, right? So something we will talk about is like daily planning. So you might not be able to schedule out your whole week, which is fine, but you can schedule out your next day. And that's really helpful for me. So then I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to be intentional with from 9 to 1. And then when she's home, she can have a quiet time. Because when I pick her up from school, she's usually napping. So she comes home and she has about an hour, hour and a half of more quiet time before her brother gets home. And then about from 4 to 7, I would say, unless that there's a team call, which I'm on and the kids are around for, and they know like Gabby, they know a bunch of people on the team, I'm making them dinner, I'm interacting with them, talking to them, and then they get in bed by 7:30 or 8. And then after that, I do what I need to do before going to bed. How long did it take you to get used to getting up so early? It took me about, I want to say a month. And honestly, it's again evolved because I wasn't getting up super early even like 4 months ago because I had a newborn and she wasn't sleeping super well during the night. And I do believe sleep is important as well for your health and your mental health. So something that really helped me is reading the Miracle Morning book. And that is super short read. I wonder if you even have it. I might have it in my office. No, I don't. And he talks about conquering your morning within the first hour, actually before 8 a.m. So whatever time you need to, like, I guess, get out the door for work, I just encourage like an hour and a half before that to give yourself like a little cushion time. You only need an hour to do the things that you should be doing in the morning with intention. He also talks about the 6-minute one. So say like your alarm goes off too late and you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't do my morning routine. That's okay. Something I've found to be really of value is to not skip 2. So say one morning you didn't wake up early or whatever, that's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it, but don't stay consistent with that and get back on the next day with getting up early, doing your morning intention and things like that, even if you don't feel like it. You have to do it even if you don't feel like it. I think that's another thing is after day 12, it got a little bit easier, but he talks about it in the book. Like with anything, it really takes about 21 days to cultivate a habit, but it takes about 60 days to make a habit stick. So I think for me too, just knowing those facts in my head really helped me stay consistent and like, okay, like if I just stay consistent, it's going to pay off. Like this is something that's going to help me. I know it will help me. It's helped me in the past because I had a great routine before I had Lily with Ashton and when she was a baby, and then got kind of, yeah, so I hope that that's helpful. But again, just getting used to it and just judging that hour before. And, like some people get up and do intentions, affirmations, gratitude, but maybe you still work out at night. I know for me, I just love working out in the morning, getting those endorphins up. It just helps me mentally. You're creating new neurons, which helps you during your day, have better responses and communication skills. So just for me, I personally like it more now. I know if I start thinking about it, I'm like not going to get it done. So that's just me personally. But I do know he talks about in the book just getting your heart rate up for even if it's 10 minutes in your morning and then coming home and doing your workout, your Beachbody workout at the end of the day. But you got to just figure out what works best for you. And that's, again, the book is called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And he also has a Instagram. So you could go follow him on Instagram and see kind of what he talks about. He kind of had like a near life death experience, and that's really what inspired his book. So it's very, very good and a very quick read or listen if you have Audible. Highly recommend Audible. Any other questions? Those have all been great questions. So seriously, and I hope that I've answered them well and clear. No? Oh, wait, because I know that sometimes there's a little bit of a lag when it comes to typing. And yes, communication, like Gabby was just saying in her comment, communication is so key. My boyfriend knows when I have a call. He helps me with the kids on Wednesday nights when I'm leading the call, and it's allowed us also to travel. And I know this, like we can talk about it, but it's with 3 kids and where we live, financially and time-wise, we probably wouldn't be able to go on the trips that we've been able to go on because I've earned them from helping 3 people a month. So honestly, just paying it forward and helping people is, yeah. So the communication training, when you join us, we have everything in a group and things like that. So just talk to your coach. And when you get started, you will get access to all the training and all the resources, which is super helpful. And we're always learning and evolving. And like I said, thinking about how we can best help you all. Brittany, your comment was so sweet. Oh my gosh, people told you that? Wow, well, no. That's another thing is we are super, super adamant on being there for when people are ready. So if people say no, that's okay. Like we talk about this a lot, and like I said, you're going to get access to training, but here's the thing is people really only will say no because either they don't trust you or they just don't know enough. So that's what we focus on is really helping people and seeing that we're not going to leave them. Like we want people to get results and feel how we feel because we can't imagine feeling any different. My daughter has a cough. Hold on. You're okay. Sorry. And it keeps waking her up, so you can imagine how nap time has gone today. We have not had one, except if it's like 2 seconds. But yeah, so we really just want everyone to know that they are getting a community, and the groups that we run that you're most likely a part of, like this one, we run together. So we are always doing things together and making sure that we're a sisterhood. Like we want to do these things together, but I should probably go because she sounds like she's gonna like... But yeah, she's you say hi. You're not feeling well. Okay. Well, this was awesome. Thank you so much for asking questions and being on and being so interactive. It makes me feel so much better because sometimes I feel like lives are weird. I don't like talking to just myself and I like seeing people. That's why I love Zoom so much. And that's another thing. We use the Zoom.us feature. So it's basically like Skype, but it's just an online platform that we can get on and have meetings and things like that. So all of our team trainings on Thursday night are recorded, but I still encourage you to hop on live because it's just so much more fun being on live, in my opinion. I was a nanny at the beginning when I first started my business and had a 1-year-old and was going to school. So team calls and hangouts were my life. I looked forward to it all the time because it was my adult time. So, think about it as you wouldn't cancel on your boss, right? So that's kind of how I thought about it, and I love my girls and I love my friends, so why not? All right, talk to y'all soon. And if you guys think of anything else, comment below and I'll answer, or Gabby will answer, or one of us will answer. All right, have a great rest of your day.